Eileen has some news.
What?
Stacy Cox has been reported as a runaway.
What are you talking about?
She's gone.
Well, I hope she's okay.
Oh, she has plenty of people worrying about her. You don't have to.
Well, what's that mean for me? Is it gonna help?
It could. If Stacy doesn't make the first hearing, the judge might dismiss the case.
Really?
Don't get your hopes up, Peter. It's a few weeks to the hearing, and chances are Stacy will be home by then.
But she still ran away. Won't that make her look flaky?
You bet. And believe me, I'll use that in court.
Well, I'm a little better off now, right?
Things are shaping up nicely. You have a clean record. She's unstable with a history of lying about sexual abuse. The judge will look at you and he will see a fine young man who doesn't lie. Stacy does. That can make all the difference in a case like this.
Eileen, I'm afraid there's something Peter has to tell you.
Lisa hasn't heard anything about Stace. I called everybody and no one knows anything.
It's okay, honey. The sheriff said he'd check in soon. Virginia, are you gonna get... Never mind.
Stacy's been gone over 24 hours. I need something.
Can't you get by without it?
I am trying very hard, but my child is missing.
Well, she's my child, too. Am I falling apart?
No, Ian, you're strong. You're the strongest part-time father in town.
Well, at least when I'm here, I'm conscious.
Ooh, so we're back to that. Stacy's gone, and it's my fault. Stacy's raped, and it's my fault.
I didn't say that. You did. Where are you going?
Then the stories about my rich parents kept getting bigger and bigger. Do you think when they find out I lied about them, they'll think I lied about Stacy, too?
They might, yes.
All he did was invent a good father. He had every reason.
But it's an enormous deception. I need him to be Mr. Clean, and he's not.
But it was just an innocent thing. It just got out of hand.
Peter, those are the words of a compulsive liar. Don't say it. Don't even think it.
Okay.
We got a different ball game here.
Oh, company. Well, Petey, get out the pate. Me, I'm more the nacho type of guy.
You must be...
Earl Lesage, father of the rapist. And you?
I'm Eileen Dooley, Peter's attorney.
A dame representing a sex offender? That's pretty two-faced, isn't it? But hey, you're a lawyer.
You think Peter's guilty?
What's in the fridge?
Whatever beer you didn't drink last night.
Oh, would you care for a brew?
We have coffee, Earl.
I didn't ask you.
I'm fine.
No, I don't think he did it.
That's nice of you.
First of all, I don't even know for sure if he likes girls.
Don't start, Dad.
And second of all, Stacy Cox thinks everybody raped her. I told him any broad with her looks had to have a screw loose to date him. Didn't I warn you? What's a father to do?
All right, that's
Pipe
enough.
down. If I may give you a piece of advice, don't ever have children. Do you think he did it?
No, I don't.
Well, it's nice. That, almost sounds like you mean it. You think Cox can make the charges stick?
I think Peter's case is fairly strong.
Good. It's tough on a guy when his kid's a felon. I gotta run.
I'd like to ask you some questions. It's important.
So is the track. I already missed the first race.
Mr. Lesage, these are very serious charges. Peter, he needs his family behind him 100%. He needs your help.
You want help? I'll give you help. He got himself into this. He can get himself out. Arrivederci.
You're forgetting something, Earl. If Peter goes down, you go down with him.
I'm going out to get some air.
What if somebody calls? What if it's Stacy?
Well, what if you and Mom spend the entire afternoon fighting? Can't I have some time to myself?
Melinda's right. She's been a big help. We can handle whatever comes up. Ian, let her go.
I would prefer if
It's
she were
really
here.
not up to you.
All right, honey, go ahead, but don't go far. I need a word in private with your mom.
Hi. I'm sorry to just show up.
Please, I'm glad you're here.
Well, I don't want to get you in trouble, but I had to know how you're doing.
Don't let go.
I won't. That bad in there, huh?
It's like a war zone.
What about Stace?
We don't know anything. Matt, she doesn't even have money on her. Where's she sleeping? I mean, what if she's hurt? Or if she's sick, or...
She wants to live. She's okay. She has good instincts.
How can you be so sure?
'Cause I know. It's a long story.
Tell me.
Well, I had this rabbit once, first pet, and she ran away in a storm. Carl said that...
What was her name?
Ernie.
Ernie.
Bert and Ernie. Yeah. Well, anyhow, she could have died real easy. Carl said that instincts would get her through. They did. She found shelter and she came home. It's something inside. Stacy has it.
Thank you. And thank Ernie.
Hey, you want to come for a walk with me?
No, I can't. My parents. I don't blame Stacy for running away. It's awful here. I mean, look at me. I haven't been through half of what Stacy's been through, and I'm a disaster. Right before you got here, I thought I was gonna go crazy.
Families can mess you up.
Well, it's not all their fault. It's mine, too. If I'd have just paid a little bit of attention to her. But I was all wrapped up in you and me and Billy and...
Oh, come on now. I saw you with her at the hospital. You stayed the night. You listened to her. You've done more than anyone else for her.
Well, I love her.
She knows that.
Tell me that she won't try suicide again.
She won't. She's with Daryl. He can deal. Tell me I'm right.
Okay, you're right. And you're cute, too. And sweet. And wonderful. Dad, please don't be mad.
I'm not mad. In fact, I'm glad to see you, Matt. Come on in.
Daddy, I can explain about Matt being here.
Well, you don't have to.
Hello, Mrs. Cox. I'd rather explain myself, sir.
Well, Melinda, why don't you leave us alone for a minute? Maybe you and your mom could go out and make us some sandwiches.
Oh, certainly. If we're not going to have our 4th of July cookout this year, we ought to at least have a nice lunch.
What are you gonna do?
Well, we're going to talk.
Come on, honey.
Melinda tells me that you were out looking for Stacy last night.
I drove around.
I want to thank you for that.
Well, I didn't find anything.
That's okay. The sheriff's on to it. I'm sure he'll find it.
I'd like to keep helping any way that I can.
Well, that's very considerate of you, Matt. And there is one thing you could do.
What's that?
Stay away from Melinda.
Who would that help, Mr. Cox?
Well, all of us, including you. Look, Matt, Melinda's just not your kind. And I'd hoped you'd realize that on your own.
No disrespect, sir, but you're wrong.
I'm afraid not. You see, I know where she comes from, and I know where you come from.
And I guess I know more than that.
Look, my family's going through some very troubled times right now. Melinda's very confused. Her choices reflect that.
And I guess I'm some sort of a bad choice.
Well, I guess I'm just being a little too tactful here, so let me put it another way to you, Matt. Melinda is a very special girl, and I just don't think you're good enough for her.
And I guess you know who is.
At least she has something in common with Billy Pressfield.
She wasn't happy with Billy.
She was until you interfered.
Is that your opinion or hers?
It's simply the truth. I am asking you not to take advantage of Melinda's current distress.
I am not taking advantage.
Oh, no? Well, try and look at it from my perspective, Matt. The first time I saw you two together, she was almost arrested.
That was bad, yes, but not what you think. It was one of those innocent things.
That could have happened to anybody?
Yes.
Counterfeit money passing to my daughter from your mother?
Are you saying that my mother knew that it was counterfeit money?
What is this, Daddy? That was all a mix-up. It was nobody's fault.
Oh, honey, we were just having a discussion here. You didn't hear the beginning.
Well, I heard enough to know that you're blaming his mother for something.
Yes, for making an innocent mistake that almost got you thrown into jail.
There was no crime. No one went to jail. And Mr. Cox, no one's taken advantage.
Hello, Ian.
Any news about Stacy?
No, I'm sorry, nothing yet. I'm here to see Melinda. Oh, good. I've been looking for both of you.
What for?
I need them to come down to the station and ID two women who were caught with $100,000 in counterfeit money.
Doesn't get any worse than this.
You know what's bumming me out?
What?
The sliding. It'd make a saint look guilty. Think they have a complaint file?
Shut up.
Why, Bobby?
We are in jail. You think this is fun?
Well, at least it's a new
If you say experience, I'll scream.
experience.
Oh, baby. Sweetness, don't do this to me. We could be sent away. Help me think of something.
I'm thinking of a margarita.
Call your dad. Have him call the president, Perry Mason, somebody. Get us out of here.
We can do this ourselves.
Are you a lawyer?
I don't have to be.
Do you understand what's going on?
Sure. We get a lawyer. It'll be just like L.A. Law. He'll be brilliant and a real hunk. He'll fall for the both of us. Of course, he'll choose me in the end. But you can have the bald guy.
Take this seriously.
I like my plan.
How will we pay?
We have money.
It's all counterfeit. And they took it. Call your family.
No can do.
Why not?
Because I left all of that. My parents, their money. I'm not going back to being their prisoner in Palm Beach or Southampton or wherever they are now.
You'd rather be a prisoner on Alcatraz.
Would you lighten up? It's Independence Day. We'll be free in time for fireworks.
Question and answer time, ladies.
Let me handle this. Detective, I can explain everything.
Just what are you talking about, little girl?
If Peter goes to jail, you won't see another penny from me. Good luck paying the rent.
Well, I might have a few minutes before the next race. What do you want?
What's your occupation?
My occupation.
What do you do for a living?
I'm unemployed.
What was your last job?
KP duty.
Pardon?
In the Army and in prison, that's what they call it, KP duty. Kitchen patrol.
Oh. Did you receive an honorable discharge?
From prison?
You weren't in the Army.
Uh-uh.
What were you in for?
This time, writing bad checks.
And before?
Never a sex crime. Petey is the first of the family.
Mr. Lesage, neither your answers nor your attitude are very helpful.
Look, Miss Dooley, let's cut the crap. If it's anything I know, it's how to handle a DA. You want me to be the stud's alibi? I've done that before, too. What do you want me to say? The night of the rape, P was with me. We played checkers. How's that?
That won't be necessary.
You're not a very creative lawyer.
Thank you for your time.
Well, it's my pleasure. Just let me know if there's anything more I can do, all right? Arrivederci. Again.
Now do you see why I lied? I'd rather go to jail than have people noise my father.
Stop it. You didn't pick Earl, and you have nothing to be ashamed of. We'll just have to meet this thing straight on. People will understand you aren't Earl.
They won't. Like father, like son.
Like hell. Peter, you've got to start being honest.
Wait now. Let's not be too hasty. Dinah's right. Your dad's prison record and bad attitude are not your fault.
Tell that to a jury.
Frankly, I'd rather not. I wish you hadn't lied about your parents, Peter, but if I were you, I think I might have done the same thing.
I'm glad you understand.
It's clear that if Mr. Lesage comes to court, he would not be an asset. In fact, he could be a serious liability.
How?
It's unfair, but sometimes a defendant's family can make a difference in a case. I've seen kids guilty of sin get off because their parents are upstanding community members.
Great. So you mean they'd convict me because of him?
If Earl shows up in court, he could do real damage.
Oh, but he won't make Peter a rapist.
No, but he will establish him as a liar.
What do we do?
You know, you would make an excellent impression in court.
I'm just a sister. What are you getting at?
Well, you could become his legal guardian. It would strengthen Peter's case considerably.
Are you asking me to back up his lie?
No, absolutely not. That would be perjury. But as his sister, you could become his guardian. It's perfectly legal. And then you...
We wouldn't need Dad in court at all.
Right.
No one in Westdale knows who he is.
Don't even mention him.
I have to think about this.
I understand. Call me when you've made a decision.
Okay. Thank you for coming over.
Yeah, thanks.
Think about it.
Well, what do you say? Will you do it?
What choice do I have?
You're the best, Dinah.
I can't let you go to jail for a crime you didn't commit.
Honestly, Detective, I don't understand why you brought us in.
You were arrested with a bag containing just over $100,000 in counterfeit money.
We found it. We had no idea.
No idea it was money? No idea it wasn't yours?
What she means is we didn't think. Look, what do you do when you go to a bus station? You buy a ticket, you sit and wait on a grungy bench. So we're sitting there waiting on a grungy bench. And there's a suitcase. And so we check it out. It was like winning the lottery. I've never seen so much green outside of a polo field.
Why didn't you turn it in?
Turn it in?
Keeping the money was against the law.
You know, there are so many laws.
Yeah, in Delaware, it's illegal to fry an egg on the street. It's true. Anyway, we're turning it in now, right?
Spending the money was against the law.
We only spent a teeny tiny bit.
Yeah, we just went up to Carmel.
Think.
Yeah. To figure out what to do and how to return the money.
Yeah, we were like in shock.
Then why were you caught trying to buy every dress in a fancy boutique?
Business.
Business.
Yeah.
We're singers.
And dancers. We'll show you a piece of our act.
Save it. You're out of business, at least for this decade. You're facing federal charges. We're calling in the FBI.
Can we do our act for them?
Sure, but they're tough critics. Lock him up.
Are you satisfied, Miss Independent?
Hey, just another new experience.
Is this another innocent mistake?
Probably.
Oh, somebody just happens to drop $100,000 in counterfeit cash into your mother's hand?
I can ID the two women without Melinda. Let her stay.
No, the sheriff wants me there. We'll both go.
You really need my daughter for this.
I only need one of them for the ID.
Let's do it.
Well, good luck. And I'll talk to you later.
Oh, thank heavens.
Matt Kubiak is nothing but trouble.
Daddy...
He's wrong for you, and he's dangerous to boot.
If anything happened to you, with Stacy gone, both my babies.
You're not being fair.
And you're not being sensible. Look, I'm sorry, Melinda, but you leave me no choice. From now on, you are forbidden to see Matt Kubiak. End of story.
Coming up at 7, join Maury Povich and the rest of his news team for a current affair. But before that, it's the action of Hunter. Next on Fox 25.